Garten has a personal connection to the situation currently happening in Ukraine. The Food Network star on Wednesday shared an emotional post on Instagram, calling for the end of the conflict in Eastern Europe while paying tribute to her late grandmother, who escaped from the Russians in Ukraine back in the early 1900s. My grandmother came from Odessa in the early 1900s to escape the dreadful pogroms and made a wonderful life for all of us in America, Garten, 74, wrote, captioning a black and white image of her as a little girl with grandmother and their family. My heart goes out to everyone who is forced to fight for or flee their homeland because of the horrific war. The Barefoot Contessa author went on to say that her grandma loved to cook and entertain friends. People who knew her say I am just like her, Garten said, pointing to a dress her childhood self was wearing in the old photograph. She also brought me that off-the-shoulder dress from Paris, starting my lifelong love for that beautiful city. She concluded the post with a poignant hashtag #StopTheWar. Russia's attack on Ukraine continues after their forces launched a large-scale invasion on February 24, the first major land conflict in Europe in decades. Details of the fighting change by the day, but hundreds of civilians have already been reported dead or wounded, including children. More than 1 million Ukrainians have also fled, the United Nations says. The invasion, ordered by Russian President Vladimir Putin, has drawn condemnation around the world and increasingly severe economic sanctions against Russia. Even food brands like McDonald's, Starbucks, Coca-Cola, and Pepsi have all suspended sales in Russia. With NATO forces massing in the region around Ukraine, various countries have also pledged aid or military support to the resistance. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for peace talks, so far unsuccessful, while urging his country to fight back. Putin insists Ukraine has historic ties to Russia and he is acting in the best security interests of his country. Zelensky vowed not to bend. Nobody is going to break us, we're strong, we're Ukrainians, he told the European Union in a speech in the early days of the fighting, adding, life will win over death. And light will win over darkness. The Russian attack on Ukraine is an evolving story, with information changing quickly. Follow People's complete coverage of the war here, including stories from citizens on the ground and ways to help.